Everyone's coming in clutch. A little, a little late to the party. Yeah, so I'm excited for this first group. Monterey, I believe, prefers to play boss. Are they rolling the Pisces pick? Area 1 fish pick for our first game. We'll have to find out. All right, looks like Vernal is here, also on the quest. So we got a player in VR land here tonight. So we'll see how this goes down. Okay. Oh, no, that was a game. Alright, super quick zone charge for our team. And yes, we are playing some Connected Versus tonight. If anyone has any questions on exactly what they're watching, do not be afraid to ask here in the chat, and I'll try my best to answer. Ferox saying we need to get you an MA5 clear on this account. Do I not? On on the Switch account? I'm nerfed on Switch, so that might be tricky. Shin's on Switch and he hasn't cleared Area 5. Oh wait, can you not pick the Area 5 bosses? No way. If that's really the case, I might open up Steam here. That or Tetramidian is banned tonight. Well, hey, we can do it as a community. If you guys want to help me out, if you can clear Area 5. If we really have somebody that wants to play Tetramidian. All right, I needed to turn on my AC. It is toasty in here. So yeah, Monterey here, rocking an Area 4 boss. As you can see, the signature attack of this boss is Squeeze, which, starting off, I actually don't mind playing against Squeeze, but it can be so brutal once it's leveled up here. One moment. I turned off the air conditioning for the, because there might be some background noise, but I don't know if anyone else is going through a little bit of a heat wave. This room got warm quick. So anyway, some pretty talented players tonight. I think each of these players range from 8 to 11k. We'll have a high-level group later, although I'd argue this is also a very high-level group here. But if you are new to the game, do not be discouraged. We'd be happy to have you participate. And yeah, this Connected Versus game mode will be enabled tomorrow. Every Saturday for 24 hours. We have ranked play for 3v1 Connected Versus. And you can choose either boss or team, depending on the kind of player you are. It's currently winter here. Shock, our resident Australian. Okay. So yeah, Monjeri rocking the Aquarius. So this is a boss from Area 4. If you make your way, or if you have beaten Area 4 in the standard connected co-op mode. How's our game going here? So it looks like Monjeri is starting to put on some pressure. The team is really close to this next zone charge. And with these misdrops, it's going to be pretty difficult for Monjeri to survive this next zone attack. Going to need a really good defense and possibly hope that the team kind of flubs their attack here. So when you see these purple magic Minos, as they're called, appear on the team side, it can be used to clean up any mistakes that may occur, especially if your teammates maybe miscommunicate or make some mistakes on your side of the board. Those magic Minos can help out. Or if you are the teammate that constructs that mistake, you can ask for forgiveness and fix that mistake using that magic Mino. And looks like Monjeri will top out for that game one. GG. All right. I think this group will have another game. Whether they want to switch up the bosses or not. Welcome in, Twiz. When playing defense, do T-spins and Tetrises clear more garbage lines? Yes. I think T-spins are a little... Are they nerfed on the boss side? I think they're nerfed a little bit. Ferox, what's the numbers on that? Ferox is my resident statistician here. But yeah, if you are new to playing boss, I honestly just recommend good old Tetris stacking, whether it's a 9-0 stack, especially given the one piece preview. Then if you get used to the lower piece preview and are confident mixing in T-spins, it should be more efficient. The same values on both boss and player, but yes, T-spin doubles are less than a Tetris. Unlike other game modes. So spamming Tetrises is totally valid and kind of an accessible thing, allowing Tetrises to be strong and what should be more of a frantic, chill kind of game mode, right? Alright, so Monjeri stacking pretty quick here with that 9-0L with the side well ready for some Tetrises. The team is schmoving along quite quickly here. Let's see if they can have a high zone line clear. Looking pretty good, actually. Can we get a 19? Not quite. Getting a 20 plus on connected is pretty rare, even for our top players, right? How many low battery? How many curb trisses have our pros in the chat had and connected? It can't be that high. I feel like it's probably single digit, right? Ferox on YouTube and Twitch. What a pro. Let's make the vertical scene a little smaller here. Boards are moving around. There we go. Hopefully that's somewhat visible. If you're watching from TikTok, hello. Alright, so team looking pretty good. Look at that spam. They're spamming knowing the pieces are going to cascade down here. Look at that. You just got to be careful that when you are spamming pieces, you still want to kind of avoid setting up any dependencies or like super high vertical flagpoles or stacks, right? Whatever you want to call it. Wait, what? We talking about the zone line clear heights? Yeah, I guess it was a question to our players. How many of you have had 20 plus zone line clears in Connected? I had a feeling maybe like, of course, if you set up some of the crazy stuff like the 25 plus, like deliberately, that's one thing. I was thinking more like for Connected versus, say you're in like ranked queue or something. How many of you have had like 20 plus, like a curve Tris in Connected rank queue? I feel like it's got to be super low. Cool, I'll try that in my game when I play boss. Yeah, if you can manage to mix in T-spins, you just got to be careful because when you misdrop his boss, it can like really bump up that first attack from the team if they're any good, right? So building T-spins is a bit tricky, or a bit of a risk. You got to be, I feel like you got to be a pretty good player to pull it off. Personally, like, well, actually, I don't know if I put this in practice. If I were tryharding, if I were sweating, I would focus on Tetrises just to like make sure I survive that first zone attack from the team. Like, make sure it's not too high, because I feel like that's very pivotal against a strong team, is just defending that first attack so that you're not like super high on the board early on. It allows you a little more flexibility on when to go for defense and put on pressure, so that the second attack is dampened from the team. Ooh, Monjari does top out. GG, pretty good teamwork there. Fairly even meter contributions. S's across the board. Monjari still got that SS in there to flex. Just a tough team. Oh, Lamorphy, are you Monjari? GG. I didn't make the connection. All right, so I think we can stick with this group for another game. If anyone wants to switch up, does anyone else want to play boss? Yeah, we can do one more. Uno Mas. Looks like Haunt is going as boss. We have Numbers, Monjari, and Vernal Equinox as a team. Reppin' Spain, Great Britain. Oh, we have a Great Britain face-off here. And Vernal from Questland, from the metaverse. All right. Aegon saying no to Ferox's proposal. Anybody with any fun weekend plans, or anybody have any new pickups from the Steam Summer Sale or any other gaming sale? Any new games that you're planning to play this weekend? I've recently been playing Tunic, although I just finished like the majority of the puzzles. Pretty much the last thing I have to do is achievement hunt. I got both of the endings on Tunic. I need to find a new fix for my single player games. Do team attacks get stronger at all throughout the game? Yes. So yeah, I guess it's there's some sense of a margin time. So the bosses blitzes also get stronger, so it's hard for the team to get into this team attack phase. And also, so if the team goes into the zone and they're like, say you're super high to the board, you're under a lot of pressure, and when you get in the zone, it already shows like 10 lines cleared, for example, versus 0. That will weaken your attack as well. So the team zones will be stronger if they go into the zone phase lower to the bottom of the board. So it's up to the boss to put on the pressure to make sure that attack is weakened. And yes, the boss will be leveling their attacks throughout the game as well. So the severity of, for example, this the squeeze attack here from Haunt will be less rows to work with later on, right? So it gets harder for both parties. There are ways to deal with this, though. I feel like some teams will try to like intentionally top out, or if one player tops out early, you can kind of what's called death cycle a little bit to ensure you get to that team zone phase. And you could also try to time it so that you're super low to the board when you enter the zone, right? So there's a lot of like little strategies you can definitely implement with a coordinated team. We haven't had too many like coordinated team events. I think TECWC 2023 showed the potential of it. It was a lot of fun having that teams tournament. But yeah, good question. And I'd be happy to clarify, because I feel like I just info dumped a little bit. So if anyone has any questions, don't be shy. We're happy to answer. I know we're constantly having new players on this game, which is awesome. So we had a lot of people pick up TEC for this Steam Summer Sale. Yeah. What do you think, Ferox? I feel like currently my feeling is that high-level coordination on the team might be a little bit stronger than bosses. Obviously, it's going to level out. But there are some very, very fast, difficult bosses to deal with that can really push the T-spins and max efficiency that a boss can output, which can really bring it to some even the best teams out there. Probably depends on your skill level. I think maybe at lower skill levels, the boss might... actually, I don't know. At lower skill levels, I'm not sure who wins more, boss or team, but... I think it's close to balancing out, but I personally would think the team might have a slight advantage, but with really good boss play at the highest level, and with maybe the right boss choice, they should be able to hold up. Asked this on Reddit a while back, but the responses were not helpful. Do blitzes get stronger from raw time? Team attacks or both? Yes and no. And Ferox stating, for those that I'm going to steal Ferox's advice. Boss blitzes get stronger as time goes on, but you as the boss have to send attacks, else you lose that strength and actually level back. So if you're defending the whole time and it's like zone 3, you're not going to be where you want to be in terms of attack strength. You have to send at least some attacks. It is kind of a weird thing to explain, but you definitely want to balance in attacks, and of course you still want to balance in attacks just because you want to dampen the effectiveness of the team attack. So if you're going into that zone, that first or second zone, like 1 or 2 lines up, that'll be even like the little bit that counts from like just being 1 or 2 lines up on that first zone might be a game changer later on. Nice teamwork though, taking out Hunt. I think teams are killing it tonight. Let's see if we can get a boss dub in here. Welcome in, Chompy. Let him yap. I may or may not be able to yap about Tetris fairly well. In case anybody missed the news, starting off our stream, we are going to be part of a pretty cool event coming up. Just teasing it. We're going to leave... I'll let you create conspiracy theories on what exactly this is. But we have the Tetris block party next week. What is this block party, and how is Tetris Effect connected involved? You're about to find out. Just around the corner, just around the block. Yeah. Whether you're into the old school Tetris or new school, there might be something for you here. So, yeah, stay tuned. And it looked like our group hopped into another game. I don't know if... Actually, no, this is fine. We're still pretty early on in our stream here. I think next up, though, we can hop into group number 1. Or if we need to, we can hop into group 3, if group 3 is around. The Knighting, Salil, Grass Pelt, and myself or somebody else. Maybe Ferox if you want to hop in there. Or even Chompy. Chompy, what is your connected versus rating? Pretty good team zone so far. Oh yeah, perfect. 10.8k. You could always hop into our next group if you'd like. Twiz can play boss with a buff. That could be interesting, actually. Yeah, Chompy, maybe Ferox can message you the room code if you would like. Alright. Look at Number, setting up some T-spins as a boss. Easier said than done, given that one-piece preview is harder to kind of set up elegantly for these T-spin doubles. But if you have a really good sense of Tetris patterns, you can make it happen. Whether you go for 6-3, or in this case, 7-2. I think 7-2 and for one-piece preview is probably a good choice. You could try to ST stack or set up Kaidens. Yeah, maybe like if you go for 9-0 stack, so a standard Tetris well, and throw some Kaidens in here and there. Could be another way to mix in T-spins effectively. Oh, nice. Interesting setup for numbers there. All right, so the team, yeah, 3 lines from the bottom. So that's pretty good. Optimally, they would have 0 lines going into this team zone for the strongest attack possible. But 3 is good. Low battery. Not ready for the low battery. Control may or may not have been sitting on my desk for a few days. Ooh, numbers at the top. Can they manage to survive here? Welcome in, McCry. Hope you're doing well. Okay. You know, Numbers not in the worst situation, but given how high up on the board they are, I feel like Numbers might need to play super aggressive or like all in to some degree and try to get a kill here. Ooh, mixing in the Invisible. So yeah, Numbers is playing Tetramidian. So this is the final boss if you're playing through the standard connected co-op mode. And the attacks are pretty much random. With that, like, you don't know how strong the attack is going to be. I think it takes a little bit longer than usual to charge the attack, but there can be some really strong combinations if you get the right luck. Also, it is kind of an RNG boss, just given that it's a random. You don't know what you're going to get. Oh, no! Numbers. I believe they had an IRS, that Z piece, using initial rotation system to spawn a little bit higher. That was a really tricky solve, but I appreciate the aggression. I feel like you kind of had to be aggressive there. Saying I killed myself. I had, yeah, you needed to do the IRS, exactly. Good try, though. Okay, why don't we hop into group number 3. Thank you, group number 1, for putting on some pretty good games here. TSD at the tippy top. Welcome in, Double Bubble. Group 1, please. Is Aiken ready? I don't know if Aiken's ready. If Aiken's ready, we can do group 1. I mean, if they're not going to be ready at all, we could also just swap in somebody else. Do we need to do group 1 first? Does somebody else have a limited time as well? You know what we could always do is like boss nerf. Have we done that on stream? I haven't really played with boss nerf. I could be the boss nerf minus 1 or 2. What's the move, Ferox? Okay, Aiken's unlikely to be here in time. Should we just start with group 3, or is that okay, everybody? Looks like group 3 is finding their way in here, so we should be able to do that. Who is a Toad SPD? Or do we need to make a new lobby? Is Toad SPD one of you? Oh, that's you! Okay, okay, thank you. Sometimes I don't make the connection. And welcome in. I think this is your first community showcase, right? Hopefully you're excited to play tonight. So we are looking for, I think, Chompy. Chompy, you're welcome to hop into this lobby. You are in here, so feel free to take a player slot. And who's our other player that we're missing? Grass Pelt, right? Is a Grass Pelt around? Oh, you need the room code. Yeah, thank you, Knighting. Yeah, we're doing group 3 first, so that Aiken can find their way here. Aiken or somebody else. People with purple names are scary. All right, looks like our next group is getting started here. Good luck, have fun. Thank you, Ferox. And yeah, our dark horse here is Salil's. I respect this pretty, you know, perhaps they have learned from not enjoying their experience in like ranked matchmaking. Competitive play can be overwhelming at times, but Salil doesn't play ranked, but they are a very strong player. So they're typically a dark horse and can be hard to seed sometimes. But yeah, so we have Salil. Is this game going to load or not? Salil, Knighting, Grasspelt, and Chompy. Sad. It's alright, we can hang out here together. Looks like the lobby died. So I'll make a new lobby here. Maybe somebody with a connection issue. Right after Ferox pins the room code. New room code is in the chat. And if you're looking to participate in this community showcase or in the future, head to discord.gg/enhance, select that community events role, and you'll be notified if you're trying to play in these in the future. All right, players found the room code pretty quick, so we're gonna hop right back into it. I think. I thought they readied up. Maybe I was wrong. Okay, there we go. Okay. Are we actually going to be able to join this time? Yeah, just as a, I guess, for those that are new to this, if you are not up, typically it's better to not join the lobby, just in case. You never know if there's any connection issues, or if you try to join the lobby, like when we go into a game as a spectator, it can be weird. So once again, we are loading. Do we have anyone at all that can take Aiken's place? We could always have a higher level player or be nerfed or something like that. I'm sure we could find somebody, right? There's gotta be one person out there. I'm looking at you, wherever you are. Hey, come play with us. All right, looks like this lobby broke too. Yeah. Try not to join if you're just spectating. It might break our lobby. Okay. Third time's the charm, though. And it allows us to try to roll for a really cool room name. I don't know if you guys saw, but I shared to the Feats and Faults channel room code from a recent friend match. It was pretty good. It was a 2-2-Z2, almost 4 2s. And the Z kind of looks like a 2. Shen with -3. I feel like I would probably get stomped, right? Am I wrong? I feel like -3 would be killer. Oh, you're gonna keep DMing Chompy. Chompy, feel free to report Ferox for spam to Discord. Alright, Chompy is in here, and I think we are finally good to go. And Knighting is going to be rocking Leo, which forces invisible play to our team. And this is a pretty high-level lobby. High-level players tend to be pretty good at stacking invisible because they already have that kind of pattern recognition ready to go. So we'll see how they can handle it here. Maybe. Why are we having connection issues? Something isn't adding up here. Who is it? Who's breaking my game? Do we all need to do a reset? Yeah, we have somebody is sabotaging us. within this lobby. Who is the imposter? Is it me? I am going to reset the game just in case, if you guys want to follow suit. Yeah, Twiz, you're welcome to play boss. We can rotate between games too. If you want to play both team and boss, that is totally okay. And I don't think anyone else had dibs on boss, so... Oh, we have Side Arc in here. I think Side Arc would be good for Group 1 if Aiken isn't around. Okay, 4th time is the charm, as the old saying goes, right? Sorry for the delay, everybody. Something's goofed up somewhere. Ooh, I kind of like the tone of this room code. Has a nice rhyme to it. Yeah, Fairhawks is speaking to the stream because I'm just reading chat. I like to read chat. It's an easy way to engage in, I don't know, especially during games where not everyone gets to see the chat. Gotta provide that context, you know. Okay, so just waiting on Chompy and we'll go into it. Ferox, what is taking so long? Well, while we do this, what do you guys think the Tetris block party is coming up next week? Why are we a part of it? What is it? What? Well, shout out also, this graphic just looks pretty cool, in my opinion. I love it. Celebrating 40 years with some Tetris party action next week. What could it be? All right. Come on. Fingers crossed. Yes. We are gaming. I've never been so excited for a game of Tetris. All right. Very fast zone charge from the team. And looks like we will have players stacking from the very bottom. May or may not have a low battery. All right, very nice defense from Knighting there. So what I was kind of mentioning earlier, I think at this level, the boss choice from Knighting is considered weaker. However, if Leo gets to the late game, as with just about every boss, it can be pretty strong, especially when you mix in the high stakes. So if you have high stakes in combination with like a prolonged invisible attack, it can be pretty hard to deal with. Unless you have a good photographic memory, I suppose. I think like most high-level players are pretty confident on stacking Invisible in general, especially once they get a good look at the board. For example, like, yeah, after they place enough pieces, the board will show temporarily, and they'll be able to work with that. But yeah, so the high-stakes attack where it sends like these long bars right there, when you have that in combination with the very long invisible attacks, it can be pretty hard to deal with. Bookman, Micah, Bouchatron. Someone asking, just play other Area 4 bosses with other stronger attacks. I mean, yeah, but I think a lot of players, including myself, just like to play like the offbeat bosses too, just to mix it up, and it's almost a challenge in itself to like try to play Leo and get some wins, right? Depends on how you're approaching the game. If you're just simply trying to climb the ladder, that's one thing, but if you're trying to have fun, I don't know if any of you try to ever do that when you play games, but yeah, Leo could be fun to play. And like, I don't know, I think in the right hands, Leo can still be quite effective. So it's like, there is a win condition in there, like, yeah. Depending on if you get the right sequence of high stakes and in the mix with Invisible, in addition to the bump ups, right? Yeah, Leo can take the dub. Alright, so the team doing pretty good, halfway there. Knighting isn't under a lot of pressure, though. One thing when you are playing Leo is during the invisibility phase, you could always try to go into defense there so that you force invisibility for longer. I think it might be better to force that invisibility if it's a high stakes in addition to invisible, especially with the amount of pressure Knighting is... or the lack of pressure that Knighting's under, they have some flexibility. So Knighting did not opt to defend during invisible, but if it's like a bump up, high stakes invisible attack, let's see. Good bump up, hide field. All right, team did pretty good there. Knighting only one row up, so they should be A-okay to defend this attack, given they don't love their sprint they have going on here. But look at that setup from Grasspelt. We got the Eiffel Tower there. I think if Salil really needs to get over that, though, they can at a certain point. Once they're up higher on the board, and if Salil knows IRS. Yeah, there we go. So Salil kind of using piece crawling to get over that hump. Ooh, setting up that long bar, though, might be tricky. I think they can continue to... That's a bit tricky. Not a bad attack, though. They might have wanted to get something stronger, but Knighting is a pretty tough boss, and had a really nice boss play there with minimal misdrops, so able to have a strong defense. Ooh, there it is. There's that high stakes hide field. So this can be tricky. The hide field lasts a bit longer. You know what? Salil has a really nice board still. How did they have such a nice board after high stakes? That's crazy. So Salil could be a carry in this sense, as they are the lowest of the board. Ran into a few misdrops there, though, so bringing their board height up a little bit. Let's see if Grasspelt get in a little high, see if they can survive a bit longer here, or if they're going to be forced to top out. that bump up. Okay, Grasspelt does get a line clear. Tricky situation. 2 line clears, so they should be technically low enough, but do they have the board memorized? That is the question here. Oh, that high stakes will put Grasspelt out of their misery. And, alright, so Grasspelt will have the opportunity to revive if they hit that rotate key as soon as that circle hits the middle. Almost like an Osu circle. Alright, so Chompy and Salil invisible play being put to the test here as a Knighting. Knighting has no lines to clear defensively, so they can apply as much pressure as they want here. And yeah, when Knighting stacks up for these Tetrises, they can kind of try to chain attacks a bit easier. So if there's something, if they have an attack that chains nicely with like another follow-up from this boss, they can get a quick double Tetris in, for example. All right, 2 players clapping, trying to revive. Salil, it's their hope. Can Salil keep the dream alive here? Now, if the team does survive, the chances are one of them will be pretty low to the board. Ideally, though, you're going to want to have all 3 teammates alive. If it's just 1 or 2 teammates, you're going to have to be moving super quick, or else the zone is going to be dampened quite a bit, right? I've never played Osu, actually. There's a lot of Tetris players that like to play Osu, so I've seen them stream it. I've never actually played it, though. Doesn't seem like... Maybe I should try it first, but it doesn't seem like my cup of tea. But a lot of players that like rhythm games like Tetris. It's kind of Tetris has a rhythm to it, especially if you're moving quickly, using like the fixed speed. Game where you develop carpal tunnel. Ooh, look at Grasspelt's board. That's brutal. It looks like Salil is back into action here with a pretty clean board. I think Grasspelt's trying to stall here. If they actually get the team Zo charge, I think Grasspelt, in order to survive, is going to want to bump up and doesn't receive it. So a few options here. Salil's at the bottom of their board. The question is, I guess it can't hurt to try to get Grasspelt back into this, or if they want to go for a really fast, like, 2-player zone. Okay, it looks like Chompy is going to force a 2-player zone, so hopefully they can get some kind of attack power on here. It's shaping up to be a long game here. Welcome in, Santi. Happy you found us. Santi or Santi? It's probably Santi. Santi-san. Yeah, exactly. Dormy's a really strong Osu player. Okay. Chompy under a lot of pressure here. We'll see if they can manage to... Where's that long bar at? Oh, they covered the well. Ooh, nice on-the-fly J-spin there. Into a T-spin single, back into that well. Very nicely played. So Salil's doing a great job dealing with these Leo attacks, which is kind of prolonging this game. Yeah, I think in order to top out Salil here, or this team in general, especially since they're so not synced on play, because there might usually be one player dead, which might be beneficial to this team. It's going to be hard to top them out. And Knighting should have some time if one player is dead to go into defensive mode. Although they... Knighting isn't really defending, though, so... They might choose to at some point if they feel they need to, because I don't think the team's going to be putting on a lot of pressure to Knighting anytime soon, given that one player is already topped out. But Grasspelt is back in it, and Shoppy is now... They tagged out. Tag team action. Shoppy's turn to clap. Knighting with a little bit of a messy board, utilizing that high board to get some quick T-spin doubles, however, so not too bad. Because of the drop speed in this game, if you are hard to your board, technically you can put on a lot of APM with your T-spin doubles if you're quick with it. Because in order to get a T-spin, you have to soft drop your piece rather than hard drop, which means if you press a button, it instantly goes to the bottom of the screen and into your next piece, whereas if you soft drop, you have to like kind of spin and lock it in. So yeah, you should have higher APM when it comes to getting T-spin doubles if you're efficient at the higher up on your board towards the top. All right, Grasspelt this time, looking to keep their team alive. Chompy is next in line to revive. Can Grasspelt stay alive? Well, Chompy is clapping to survive here. Ooh, nice T-spin. So if you get a T-spin or a Tetris while your teammate is trying to revive, it actually speeds it up. You'll see like a little meteorite go from one board to the other. Didn't we talk about this before? What would the scientific term be? Meteorite or comet or something? But all right. So Chompy is able to get back into the mix while Grasspelt tops out there. Not the high stakes. So when you send a while your team is trying to revive and you clear a T-spin double or a Tetris, and that like shooting star goes from one board to the other. You know what I'm talking about? To add to their meter fill. What is it? Wrong answers only. All right, nice T-spin double set up from Chompy amidst that invisible play. So Knighting is finally bringing their board down. This is going to be... How long is this game? This is a crazy game. This group's only going to have one game to fill up their 30 to 45 minute segment. I'm all for it. And you know what? When it comes to really close connected versus play, like endurance is a factor, and your ability to just consistently keep up. Maybe Ferox would be OP for this, considered they spam endless for whatever reason, endless effect modes. Oh, Knighting with some misdrops. Maybe the brain is like, I am fried right now. Why is this game taking so long? Knighting's still in a pretty good position here. I have a feeling they'll be able to bring their board down all the way, especially while Grasspelt is still reviving. It's not like this team zone meter is going to be filled in super fast or anything. Slander, I respect the grind, the endless grind. Don't project don't project that onto me, all right? Okay. Saloon's really low to the board, though. This could time very nicely for a strong team zone if Chompy and Grasspilt get back into the mix, and one of them possibly, I guess Chompy would be the lowest on the board. If they get resurrected in here and have no lines, or are able to stack from the bottom of the board, that would make for a really strong team zone, which is necessary if they want to put on some pressure against Knighting here. Alright, nice stack from Knighting. Salil's still super low to the board. They are not phased by these Leo attacks. Seems like in order to top out Salil, you're going to have to get a nice chain of bump ups with high stakes, right? You get like 2 or 3 bump up high stakes in a row. Salil, like, it's going to be hard for anybody to defend that, no matter how good you are. So, Salil's shown really strong play though, meaning that Knighting's going to need a good string of attacks to take out Salil here. It looks like Grasspilt is almost back into the game, and they do have a kind of messy board, messier than usual, so look at that meter contribution from Salil, though. They're doing a great job contributing still, while trying to maintain, while trying to survive, just so that they don't lose. Yes, my game name is Shen. I'm never going to be able to get rid of it. Even if I change my game name, even my IRL friends will call me Shen at this point, so it is immortal. Whenever you choose a username in 6th grade, it lasts for life, alright? Alright, so we have Grasspilt and Salil. I don't know how strong this is going to be. They're going to want to be moving really quick. This is shaping up to be one of our longer games of Connected Versus on our stream. We had some pretty long games during our 40th celebration this past June. Ooh! Woo! That was strong. Alright, I don't know if, can they capitalize on this, though? I think Knighting seems to be moving pretty quickly still, even at the top of their board. Yeah, I think this is passing the Dorme game length we had the other during the Tetris 40th celebration. This is crazy. Dorme. I'm take it as you will. The Ohioan in me will always pronounce it as Dorme. Dorme. Ohio's a great place. Alright, so Grasspilt really high on the board here. And I think they're trying to skate their long bar to the other side and topped out. It might be better just to force the top out anyways. But this time Salil is out. Can Knighting actually... If Knighting gets a nice string of attacks, they could take out Chompy, possibly. It's hard to get a really hard attack chain when you're this high on the board. Oh, unfortunately... Okay, actually they were set to defense, so they counted. Ooh, nice T-spin triple up high here. Knighting mixing in defense here and there, mostly offense though. How long is this game? Don't cheat. Don't look at the VOD. How long do you guys think this game is going to be? Or we can take, maybe you guys want to take a poll in the chat? Let me pull up my Twitch polls. Will this game last more than 30 minutes? Has it already lasted more than 30 minutes? This is crazy. As I put up this poll, Chompy's going to top out and ruin my fun, though. Ooh, that high stakes and Chompy put into invisible mode. This might be the end for Team Salil and Chomp. Salil chomps the grass. Like a pasture or a cattle of some kind. I don't know. Ooh, Chompy playing with fire. I'm surprised. Okay, maybe Knighting is fixing the game here. Not. Oh, that high stakes with the square. They're spinning the square. There's no hold. It's over. All right, what do we got? What do we got? 27-42. 27-42. 27-42. Oh, it was 23-32. We're on track. Not quite the half-hour mark. I think that's our longest game we've had on a community showcase, though. Holy guacamole, everybody! Gee whiz, that was a crazy game. Crazy game. Nicely played from the team and Knighting. The team was surviving very well. I think they managed to put, if they put just a hair more pressure on that final zone, whether all three of them were alive or that double zone like ended in a curb twist or something, I think that's the pressure they would have needed to take out Knighting there in the end and get everyone. Yeah, ideally they would have had 3 players so that they could have like applied pressure following that or get a really quick team zone. But very good game. Very good game. Yeah, nice survival all around. Are we doing one more from that group? I don't know. I'm a little scared now, or else it'll be like 8 p.m. Maybe we can do one more with a boss that might not last as long, and then hop in a group one. What do you guys think? No, not with Virgo. No Virgo allowed. From all right, looks like the players left, so let's hop in a group one. I think I'd leave it on that game too if I was in that group. That was like the best game we were going to get. That's like yeah, Knighting's tired. That's the energy needed in like 3 games typically, straight in a row. So nicely done. So group 1, make your way to the lobby. It should be the same room code in the Discord. And if Aiken isn't around, we can get Side Arc in here. Or nerf the boss of some kind. Majesty wants in. What's your rating? Are you in the Discord? Discord.gg/enhance. Yeah, we can get you in here if you'd like to play. And then the matchmaking thread is in our recent announcements, just before the block party. It looks like a lot of people saw our block party message on the Discord. Eileen gets to drop the best news. Yes, Tetris block party next week. How's Tetris Effect Connected involved in this Tetris celebration? Stay tuned. I'm really looking forward to this, actually. What is it? What do you all take from this? How is it a party? How can you get involved? More next week. I'm pretty excited for it. All right, do we have enough players in here? We have Shock Twiz and Toad here. I'm gonna call you Toad. Didn't we have somebody else I wanted to play? Did they find their way in the lobby? Or to our Discord? Nope. Yeah, I can edit the message. Or you already got the pin. Well, let's see how many pins we can get. Then we can compare the room codes. Have a room code. Every community showcase, we should vote on the best room code of the night. I think this is a pretty good one, though. It's nice and stable. It's got a nice ring to it. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we had that, we can call it quits. I think the Tetris Effect community is done. It's all downhill from there. So if we ever get room code 1, 2, 3, 4, thank you everyone for playing Tetris Effect Connected. We will be taking it down from the store. We have completed our objective. All right, so who are we looking for here? Am I hopping in? What's happening? I have a low battery, though, so that could backfire. I'm just kidding, Haunt. I won't repeat it, so I don't get in trouble. All right. We need one more player. Anybody want to hop in as boss, possibly? And maybe with a nerf? Or Sidearc? I saw Sidearc was considering playing. Oh, well, yeah, we have the room code shared in the chat. All right, well, you know what? That means we get to roll a new one. It's okay. You live and learn. I'm always excited to roll for a new room code, though. Alright. My favorite part of our community showcases is what room code am I going to get? New one is in the Discord. I'll pin it. We can compare existing room codes here. Alright, looks like Knighting will play boss. Is nerf -1 or -2 the way to go for this group? I don't know. I never play with connected nerfs, so I'm not sure how strong they are. We'll start with -1, and then if we need to, we'll do -2. I feel like the discrepancy between those two is pretty strong, though. All right, we can hop into it. Looks like we have 4 players in here, so ready up. Good luck, have fun, everybody. Just waiting on Toad when you're ready. Oh, did they leave the lobby? Maybe a connection issue? One minute. Okay. While we wait, everyone find your Zen. Prepare to stack to the best of your abilities. Yeah, anybody have any new games they're playing on Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, Amazon Luna, wherever it may be? I'm looking for some recommendations. So drop some cool games you're playing in the chat. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. What kind of game is that? Sounds like an RPG. Oh yeah, Nightingale's been playing Overwatch. We actually played a few games. Zenless Zone Zero? Also sounds like an RPG. I feel like whenever I hear those kind of names, I imagine like Genshin Impact kind of stuff. Maybe not that, but you know what I mean. Some kind of like Square RPG or something. Oh, same dev as Genshin. So my hunch is correct. Rivals of Aether. You know what? I actually saw a Rivals of Aether tournament at Genesis. I was sitting next to Fractal and Blue Scooty. We were watching Smash tournaments and Rivals of Aether for like 5 to 6 hours. I haven't tried Multiverses. I did play, what was I playing? We've been playing this cooking simulator game, and I kind of want to play more simulator games. I saw Farming Simulator. Pretty fun. I just want them to be co-op. I think, isn't Multiverse enabled again, right? Pretty sure it is. I haven't played Chain Together. I did see that be played. It could be fun to do like some party games on here sometime. You know, like Gartic. Is it called Gartic Phone, or some of those like free ones? That could be better for our Discord hangouts. Which, by the way, that's not a Discord hangout tomorrow, because we're doing the Humanity stage jam. But, well, next week there will be an event going on, so you'll hear more about that. Welcome in, Dr. Jules. All right, I think our players are readied up, though. You are here just in time for some action, although you did just miss a pretty killer game between Nighting and Team Grasspelt, Chompy, and Salil that went on for 23 minutes. So Nighting is playing Nerf 1, so we'll see if the team can hold up. This is a little bit lower level team, although Toad is pretty quick here in setting up a T-spin double. I think Toad is kind of new to our community showcase, so we'll get a good idea of their skill here. I think they're still new to TEC in general, but it looks like they have some Tetris skills in the bank. Kingmakers. I think I saw Kingmakers. The other games I've been kind of looking at recently are like chill RTS games, like strategy games, whether it's turn-based, like a Civilization, or something different. Well, chilly and competitive. I've been playing this game called Battle Aces, which is really cool. But, all right, how's our team doing here? They're moving pretty quick, utilizing... Wow, there's like 4 Magic Minos on the board, so pretty much do anything with those, as they will kind of cascade down. Nice choice from Twiz, kind of placing that Magic Mino upside down to have a more accessible stack. All right, you know what? That nerf -1 seems perfect, as the Knighting takes a fair amount of damage there. Kind of standard. I'd say a little higher than they would have liked. But, ooh, we got a DT cannon. Don't misdrop the T-piece. So, T-spin double into a T-spin triple into a Tetris from Knighting. A little bit of a misdrop here. Oh, can you fin that? I think. Oh, with the fin! The misdrop into a fin. Fin is a pretty rare setup unless you misdrop. So, nicely done from Knighting. Toad a little high on their board. Sometimes that speed can backfire if you're not ready for some attacks. So you're going to like overstack if you're building for some Tetrises. Yeah, I don't know if Toad can survive. So Toad and who's our left player here? I already forgot. I have a goldfish memory. Toad and Chalk. Toad and Chalk are trying to revive right now. So Twiz is keeping the team together. If Twiz manages to get any T-spins or Tetrises, excuse me, they can hasten the process of this revival. All right, looks like Shock is almost back into it. Chalk hailing from Australia, saying it's a bit cold there right now, as it is winter. Meanwhile, we're all in a heat wave here in the US. Maybe not all of us. It's bearable here in Ohio. Not like too crazy, but I know a lot of my peers, and I'm sure some of you are dealing with some toasty weather this week. Ooh, that misdrop on the T-piece for Twiz is kind of brutal. If Twiz manages to survive, yeah, I would just prioritize survival, and maybe you can hit that zone charge. Very nice. So you can rotate that square in place like Twiz was to delay the game a little bit. Very nicely played. Meanwhile, Shock is kind of waiting. Toad's trying to stack through it. If they can get to this zone charge, that'd be huge. They definitely want to keep Twiz alive for some strength in this attack here. So because Knighting is playing on nerf -1, it might be pretty... It's going to be really hard to deal with, or to defend some of these later team zones. So if I were Knighting, I'd be trying to get a kill at some point. I think they might be clear to defend here. We'll see how much the nerf comes into play. Deca Hexatris from Team Shock Twiz Toad. Knighting setting up a Super T-spin double, kind of without that square slot, which you can turn into 2 T-spin doubles. Square notch. Notch is a better word for it. Still a pretty... Okay, this squeeze is... feeling that the squeezes are too bad. Or at least given the pieces so far. Toad is finally running into some dependencies here. I think the squeeze is about to run out. Yeah, Shock halfway up their board, but look, that stack's pretty clean if they manage to get their long bars in the right place at the right time. Unfortunately, one of those long bars is stuck in the hold queue. Same with Twiz. Twiz playing really nice, completely at the bottom of their board. You know what? I think Knighting might be in a world of trouble if they manage to get this zone going here. If you're Knighting, yeah, you're going to want to try to top out Toad at the top. Fortunately, that top out does happen, which means that Knighting might be able to survive a bit longer here. Or at least defend an incoming zone if it happens. Or if you're the team, you could try to stall and get Toad back into this game. We'll see how they approach it. I don't know if Twiz is... No, Twiz might just be trying to stall. Alright, no clears from this team just yet. I think they're debating what to do. And Knighting actually doing a nice switch here into defense. So that pressure is kind of gone. So that's a good counter attack to the team waiting for this. And also the team does clear a line, it looks like. So maybe they can really capitalize on this though, because yeah, they're only one line from the bottom. So if Shock and Twiz move fairly quickly here, Knighting could be in a world of hurt. I think Knighting is looking like they'll be able to defend this though. Let's see how the math pans out here. Welcome in day, Andy. Shock, I hope you win. Are you a Shock fan? I'm a Shock fan too. Alright. Okay, not too bad. Knighting just a hair over halfway up their board. Alright, so pretty quick stacking here from Knighting. Despite this nerf, they are able to get some quick attacks in. So yeah, Knighting is a pretty high-level player, but if you're playing some friendly matches, you can kind of handicap some of those high-level players or buff some of the weaker players if you're trying to have a even-level game like we are right now. And it's turning out to be quite a game. Knighting... You know what, Knighting said they were tired after that 23-minute game, but look, we're having another super long game from Knighting. Knighting made it out to CTWC this year, CTWC 2024. We had a lot of fun at the Tetris Effect Connected booth. Managed to get some zone battle matches in. Knighting, I believe, got third in the tournament behind Yoshimi and Arfarf, so some pretty tough competition. Ooh, and Knighting taking the dub despite the nerf. GG. All right. So we might have time for one more game for this group that's been waiting patiently to play, if you're all up for it. Is Aiken back here? I see they're messaging in our Discord. I don't know if Aiken is in our YouTube or Twitch chat. Who is Toad? Toad is, I believe, Ja F. Dur here in the Twitch, however that's pronounced. Yes, GG's. That was a pretty good game. Oh, and there goes my lobby. Oh, you know what? Maybe they disconnected. Oh, wait, no. How am I? I'm actually still in the same lobby. That was weird. I've never seen that. Maybe I should remake it just in case. Oh, are we? Yeah. That was weird. Is that what you were looking at, Twiz? I think we have time for one more game. Whoever is available from that final group, hop on in here. I think this room code is kind of low tier, personally. Not sure how you all feel about it. Jofter, okay. Jofter. Cool. Thanks for the lore there. Anybody else want to explain their usernames and why they've come to be? Mine's just from a book. Or Shen is my gamer tag. Beastin Shen. Beastin was a nickname I had forever ago. I used to play a lot of sports, and then I guess with Austin, I don't know what it is, but and Shen's from Ender's Game. I was reading the book Ender's Game, and I'm like, I'm just gonna put this as my username. I could have picked something cooler, you know, but yeah, I'm Shen. B-Day. I should have picked something like Super Fiery Dragon. That would have been super cool. Or the Sword of Justice. Agu likes eggs. True. Bread would have been a good username, or anything food-based. I like food-based usernames. Pita bread. All right, who's going to be in this lobby? So we have Knighting, Twiz, and Shock. I don't know if Jofter, are you joining again? All right, the lobby will be in Discord here. I have a feeling if I join, my controller will go out. Joining now. Okay. Well, Knighting is choosing a weaker boss, I believe, so we'll see how this plays out. So Knighting will be, what is the name of this? Is it Ares? Playing Ares, which has the signature invert attack, which is actually pretty fun to play against. In combination with like a bump up or something, it can be pretty tricky to deal with, but you can kind of like stack if you know the invert is coming, if you know what I mean. Jofter, yeah, you're welcome to be boss if Knighting, if you're okay with that, or if you want to play team. You can feel free to nerf yourself on the team if you'd like. Or, oh, is it a pure whole team handicap? That would be a little trickier. Yeah, that might not work. We're going to do Knighting as boss again, but Jofter, we typically host Connected Versus community showcases more often than any other game mode, so we can get you as boss on our next community showcase, or for Connected Versus. How does Ares perform at a high level? I'd say it's probably one of the weaker bosses. What do you all think? Of course, like in the right hands, I think any boss is good in the right hands. It depends. If it's like perfectly balanced in skill between team and boss, I'd give team the slight advantage. But yeah, I don't think Ares is super strong. I'm jamming to this music right now. I've been avoiding playing Ares since I thought it. Oh, you thought it was OP? No, you should definitely try it out. If you're, yeah, it sounds like you're probably like me, where you like to play some of like the off-meta bosses just to do it, just to mix it up. Yeah, Ares is a tricky one. All right, looks like Toad found the lobby, aka Jofter. So when you're ready, yeah, we can do this. Good luck, have fun. Hope this lobby doesn't break. There we go. All right, you know what? I'm in the mood for some Area 3 music. Sometimes it just hits the spot. Chill weekend vibe music. All right. Pretty quick team charge there. So Knighting playing on Nerf 1 because yeah, Knighting is a talented player. However, I'd say Ares is one of the weaker bosses. Of course, any boss can be strong with the right chain of attacks and the right hands, such as Knighting here. I think there is some clever counterplay options available due to the invert attack, so you can kind of stack in a way where if your board inverts, it might like still be a cool stack, if that makes sense. For example, if you build like I want to say something like a combo, like a 4-wide, or how would you best stack for invert? If you have like an empty board, it should like if you invert a board with like say 3 long bars on the right, it should like create a 3 Tetris well, if that makes sense, right? Something like that. I would like to see somebody create an invert T-spin setup. Has anybody done that? That sounds like a cool challenge. I guess if you like place a T-piece on top of a flat stack, it should invert around it, right? So then you can create your overhang. Alright, so yeah, I think Knighting has a bit of a challenge here, and maybe the team's getting more warmed up as well. Jofter with a messy board, but they're getting pretty... they're quickly approaching the maximum zone charge. I like that placement of the long bar from Toad, despite I have a tricky board here. Some nice down stacking. So ideally, Shock and Twist can throw down some extra zone charge here while Toad's up high, and there we go. Going into that zone play. Knighting with an interesting stack here. I'm not sure if Knighting tried to set up a super T-spin there, but all right. Yeah, team Shock Toad Twiz putting on some pressure. I like how these boards start to look once they get inverted quite a bit. Something pleasing about the how the boards kind of shape up. Not like your typical garbage, which is usually like one empty block per row, right? All right, so Shock is going to have to survive here. This Aries putting on some pressure. However, if Shock survives, there goes my other controller. Don't worry. Oh, that invert was brutal. And Shock is going to top out. Knighting with the dub to end our stream tonight. And yeah, Knighting with 3 boss wins. 2 with nerf -1. So our final boss of the night is going to continue to be that strong player. GG's. Thanks, everyone, for stopping out tonight. I do have to meet somebody here in 10 minutes or so. So that will be our final game, because who knows, we might have another 20-minute game. Some good games tonight. Hope you all had some fun. Yeah, surprise top out. Invert. I feel like Invert can be tamed to some extent as a high-level player, but if you get a really nice chain of attacks, it can, just like any boss, it can be brutal, right? With like bump up inverts. So nice try from the team, but yeah, Knighting bringing on that pressure. And yes, I know Aiken, you just have returned, but even if you want to continue playing off stream, feel free to. You could always hop into our voice chat on Discord or something like that if you want to keep playing, which I know a lot of you still like to find games or tune in late in the stream. Head to discord.gg/enhance. Head to the Find Online Matches section or something like that. And I'm sure if any of you want to keep the party going, you are welcome to. And speaking of parties, we have a party next week. The Tetris Block Party, celebrating 40 years of Tetris. What could it be? What could this party be? How is Tetris Effect Connected involved? I don't know. How's it a party? Is it a potluck? Do you bring food? If any of you want to bring some food to the party next week, we'll be in the Tetris cul-de-sac in a neighborhood near you. I'll be handling the grill. If anyone can bring some salad, desserts. Let's see, maybe a bean dip, some chips, salsa, whatever it may be. Yeah, bring your own controller. BYOC at the Tetris Block Party. So yeah, this will be going down next week. We're just doing a little tease, because why not? We're excited to share the news. So hopefully everyone will be enjoying what's about to go down. And yeah, so we're part of a greater Tetris event, and it should be a lot of fun. Okay, so we're going to call it there. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, whether you're watching from YouTube, Twitter, /X, Twitch, TikTok. Yeah, it was a pleasure, as always. And yeah, next Friday showcase will be something. We will be doing a community night, but it'll be kind of leading it into this block party event, so stay tuned for more info. And yeah, until next time, feel free to keep the party going here on Discord. And I will see you all. I'll be lurking on the Discord all weekend, and yeah, I'll see you all in the game or on Discord. So bye-bye. Where do I bring food to? The Tetris cul-de-sac in a neighborhood near you. We can go for anyone want to bring deviled eggs. I'm a deviled eggs fan. Whatever it may be. I love all food. So, all right, goodbye. and I will stop talking so that I don't tangent on for another 10 minutes. See you all later.